7 teams are predicted to make the cut for the NCAA tournament in the Pac-12, but the Big Sky doesn't have that luxury. It's a one-bid conference. They are in, but BYU, the women, they had to sweat it out a little bit. They were one of the last teams announced, and we were there when it happened.
All right, Brittany, you ready to rumble?
I am. You know that costs a little bit of money when you say that?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
No, he didn't say,
I didn't say
it fully.
No,
you didn't say it fully.
Are you ready?
You're clear. You're clear.
Thank you.
You got knocked around a lot.
Yeah,
and you eluded a lot of pressure.
Got my chin split one play. Got some stitches.
We could still see
got
the
a little
scar.
Scars kind of fading over time.
I'm learning a new vocabulary word this morning.
This is a
tamper. Okay, and what do you do with this thing?
Once we get the new clay in the hole, we take the tamp.
Okay.
And we smash it in.
Smash it down. The Jazz looking to string together 3 straight wins with the help of a player that's reaching celebrity status. Hot off the presses, Jazz center Rudy Gobert, a.k.a. the Stifle Tower, gracing the pages. The Utah Jazz Summer League roster is a mix of players that we know will be there for the first game of the regular season, like Trey Lyles, and those that hope to be so lucky, like Joel Bollenboy. Because I'm running this tomorrow, okay? So can we just practice putting this on me as we toss back to the studio?
Okay. Congratulations!
Woo!
Hey!
Brittany Copeland is live across the street from us at Vivint Arena with the head coach. Hey, Brittany.
Hi there, the Jazz Gala. It's a sold-out event, all for a very good cause. They're raising money for the Special Olympics of Utah, as well as Larry H. Miller Charities. And of course, there's former players, there's current players, and former head coaches and current coaches in the house. This is Quinn Snyder. How important is it for this organization to give back to the community?
Well, it's very important. I think, you know, we get so much from the community in the way of support, and it's just an opportunity for us to do the same for the people, the fans, and you know, and everyone, whether they're Jazz fans or not. This community is really, really good to us, and so it's a nice opportunity.
Sure, it makes it even sweeter after last night's win. There's going to be lots of words of encouragement. How big was that to accomplish such a feat against the Cavaliers without Gordon?
Well, it was tremendous. I think our team has been all year long, really, has been, say, defying odds, but certainly guys have stepped up consistently when we've needed it, and because we've had so many injuries. So to have our group be able to do that against a team like that without Gordon is clearly a big win. I think one that hopefully will give us a little confidence. I think we had a bumpy road after the break. We played some really difficult games against some good teams, and so to be able to get home and win a game like this was, I think, a good one for us.
The most important question of the night, this is a suit and sneakers event. I put my sneakers on, I have my Jordans on. Who has the better sneakers?
I don't know. I think mine have the green and gold, but you have a green dress.
I have green. I have green on too.
I don't know. Michael Jordan's pretty good.
I win. All right, back to you.
Brittany Copeland's live in Provo with who and where the Cougars will play. Brittany?
Well, they are in, but BYU, the women, they had to sweat it out a little bit. They were one of the last teams announced, and we were there when it happened.
Team matchup featuring...
All right, so they are a 7 seed in the women's NCAA tournament. They will face off against Missouri, the 10 seed. That game tips off on Saturday at 4:30 Mountain Time. That is in Austin, Texas. And right now, we're joined with their head coach, Jeff Junkins. Congratulations on making the big dance. What's your thought on this matchup?
I'm excited. I think we worked hard to get this seed. I think we have a great chance of beating Missouri. They're a very good team. They wouldn't be in the tournament, and I think we're playing at a great place. Austin, Texas is a great city, and hopefully we'll have a lot of BYU fans who live down there who'll come to our game.
You end up, though, in the same side of the bracket as UConn. Do you relish having that kind of competition in the same region?
I've been in the tournament 8 years, and I've been in his bracket all 8 years. So what does that tell you? He's a great coach and a great team, but that's way down the road. We got Missouri on our mind. That's who we need to take care of, and hopefully I think my team's ready. You know, losing that last game, we've been waiting a long time for this, and hopefully we'll be able to play our best basketball.
All right, Coach, best of luck as you get ready and gear up this week for the NCAA tournament. Also a big matchup here in Salt Lake City tonight from the professional level. The Cavaliers are in town facing the Jazz, but they're without Gordon Hayward, the star for the Utah Jazz, will miss tonight's game. He is day-to-day. He has plantar fasciitis in his right foot, so we will definitely be paying attention to that in the coming days. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Brittany, thanks.
This is an event that is free and open to the public out here at Sunnyside Park. You can come out at 8 a.m. and watch them do their thing. This is Jeff, and he is a Navy veteran, and you are participating in 3 field events, including the discus, and you're showing us how it's done this morning.
Absolutely. Shot, jab, and disc today. Out here this morning, we're going to do the disc. Kind of figure 8 motions, dropping back, coming back. We're going to come out and just let this thing fly, throw it out there. So we ready
that easy, huh?
Ready for a little competition, I think, right? Ready?
I think you're going to win this one, but,
okay.
You know, you've been practicing.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and let this thing fly here for you guys.
Bravo! And how heavy is this, 1 kilogram?
1 kilogram disc, absolutely.
And when I do this, figure 8.
Figure 8's coming back.
And then I want to level it out that way.
Level it out and let it fly out of your hand.
Sort of like a Frisbee.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was not as good as
That was great for a first attempt, absolutely. And so if you guys want to, either if you got a smartphone, you want to download the app, NVWG, that'll give you the times and schedules, or go to wheelchairgames.org. You can find schedules of your favorite event. There's 19 medal events. We'll be out here through Saturday, and hopefully we'll see you guys out there.
Jeff, definitely worth the visit. All types of things you can see and do. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
So great to see them out there.
He was so nice to Brittany.
Good morning. There is 7 different events that you can see at the Nitro World Games this weekend on Saturday. 75 different athletes, and Ryan Williams, he is one of them. He is from Down Under. And I don't know how he does that on that scooter. What is that trick called?
It's called a flare.
A flare?
Yeah, flip air.
As for the Nitro World Games, what's the preparation like for you? What do you do to get ready?
Well, I've been doing Nitro Circus shows all over America, and basically that's my preparation. There's not too much actual like training at the gym or anything like that, just experience and practice.
For those that are not familiar with how the Nitro World Games works, you consider it similar to the Olympics on how it all works from a competitive standpoint.
Yeah, so I can watch the Olympics and enjoy it because I can sort of see what they have to do and perform to get the gold medal. And that's basically what it's like. You know what we need to do to get a gold medal and see if we can do it.
What can fans expect out of you this weekend?
So this ramp's a bit small, but I can do triple front flips, triple back flips, anything. You think of spins and flips, and I'll give it a go.
How many events are you participating in?
2. So the BMX best trick, scooter best trick.
I feel like scooter, though, that's your forte. That's what you're really good at?
Yeah, I mean, I might look good, but there's a lot of other good people at scootering, and there's a lot of BMXers that are pretty good. So I think it's about equal.
Can we see one more trick before we toss back to the studio? And what is this? You already have something in mind?
I'm going to go big. I'm going to do a 540 flare.
A 540 flare.
I can't promise that I'm going to land this, so this could be good TV. You'll probably see a lot of that at Nitro World Games too. So if you like that, you'll see that too.
Practice makes perfect. And in your defense, this is the first time you're at the skate park.
Yeah,
so that has something to do with it.
And it's pretty early to be riding.
He did great.
That was almost
well
landed.
done. Well done, Ryan.
Brittany Copeland has more from Vivint Arena.
Every summer league game is a different learning experience. In the 89-82 loss to the Celtics, the lesson was how to handle a close game, something that cannot be replicated in practice.
Marcus Page, Trey Lyles, you know, those guys being in the mix. Even, you know, Tyrone Wallace, he was in there when the game was kind of tight. To be a rookie and to be in that position, you know, that's basically invaluable.
Lets it fly for 3. Big rebound.
Great experience for Spencer Butterfield, too, who saw playing time in the 4th quarter. The guard out of Utah State made his summer league debut and even got into the starting lineup, finishing with 8 points and 6 rebounds.
Grateful to just be out there with the guys, and, you know, we have a great team, and so anything I can do to contribute is awesome.
Trey Lyles led by example, contributing 13 of his game-high 26 points in the 4th quarter. As the most experienced player on the court, Lyles has embraced a newfound leadership role, but he's willing to relinquish the title when the vets return. That includes the newest addition to the Jazz roster, Boris Diaw.
I mean, he's a guy that I can learn from who's been through, you know, the league for a few years, and he plays a similar spot as me, so I'll be able to, you know, latch onto him and get some words of advice.
The Jazz have an off day tomorrow to rest up. Then they're back at it on Thursday night at 7 p.m. against the Sixers at the Huntsman Center. Back to you.
You're watching Nissan Sports Beat. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Well, 7 teams are predicted to make the cut for the NCAA tournament in the Pac-12, but the Big Sky doesn't have that luxury. It's a one-bid conference, and if Weber State wants to go dancing, they have to win the tourney title. Standing in their way, second-seeded Montana, who they already beat this season. Weber State coming out on fire in this contest. Joel Bollenboy dishing to Jeremy Singlin, and that's a 3-ball. The Wildcats up 26-14, but watch out. Montana comes storming back. Martin Brunig down part of a 12-0 run for the Grizzlies. Weber State had enough of that. Jack Lopez has it stripped, and Singlin all by his lonesome on the slam. Wildcats up 41-34. Montana not going away. Brunig going baseline, lays it in to give the Grizz their first lead of the game in the second half, 42-41. 7 seconds to go. Weber State up 1 off the inbounds. No one guarding Dusty Baker. That's an easy pass. Weber State up 62-59. Montana with 5.3 ticks to make something happen. Walter Wright, the off-balance 3, the desperation shot is no good. Weber State wins the Big Sky tournament title 62-59. 6 Summer League games down and only 1 win for the Utah Jazz. But it's not all about W's. This is the time to mold young talent. Today, the Jazz matched up with the Trailblazers in the best game we've seen from Sin City. Heck, the best game we've seen this month. Former Utah Jazz assistant coach Phil Johnson honored with the Tex Winter Assistant Coach Lifetime Impact Award during this game. Congratulations on that honor. Fourth quarter, Jazz down 8. Trey Lyles beats the shot clock from 30 feet out, part of a 13-5 run to tie the game. Final seconds of regulation, Trey again for the win, and it's off the mark, no good. We go to overtime in OT. Lyles, more from him. The 3-ball cuts the deficit to 2. Jazz down 2 now with 1.2 ticks left on the clock. Former Aggie Spencer Butterfield at the line. The intentional miss is tipped in by who else but Trey Lyles at the buzzer. 2 of his 30 points today to double overtime and sudden death after a Jazz turnover. Pat Connaughton ends it with a 3-ball. The Trailblazers win 92-89. The American and National League squaring off in the MLB All-Star Game. Even though it's being played at Petco Field and NL Ballpark, the AL is the home team, and both teams using a designated hitter. Second inning, NL up 1-0. Royals' Eric Hosmer off the former teammate of his, Johnny Cueto. You know, the pitcher that helped them win a World Series last year. And then it's Royals' Salvador Perez. Rinse and repeats. 2-run shot. AL leading 3-1. Perez and Hosmer are the first teammates to homer in an All-Star game since Ortiz and Manny Ramirez in 2004. Speaking of the Boston legend, in his second and final plate appearance, Big Papi walks. He didn't record a hit, but a well-deserved send-off for the 10-time All-Star. He tips his cap here and receives a standing ovation. We will miss you. In the end, it's the AL that earns home field advantage in the Fall Classic. They win 4-2. Bryce Eccles Stadium is undergoing quite the transformation thanks to the Nitro World Games. 75 extreme athletes from around the world are in town for the inaugural event, including Aussie Ryan Williams. This is Williams in action earlier today. He's also a part of the Nitro Circus World Tour, putting on shows across the globe, has helped him prepare for the competition he will face on Saturday. Williams is out for gold in the BMX, Best Trick, and scooter events. For those in attendance, expect him to give it his all.
I'm definitely not holding back. I'm going to do the best tricks I can possibly achieve. So, insanity, controlled chaos, I like to call it.
Definitely something worthy of checking out this weekend. Also, I wanted to give a congratulations to Gordon Hayward. He's a father once again. Welcome his second baby girl. Last night, his wife gave birth.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks, Brittany. We'll be right back.